Isekai has been everywhere for the past decade with overpowered heroes, endless harems, and recycled plots. But what if I told you there's a new anime that finally gets it right? Meet Zenshu, the anime that's not just breaking the mold, it's completely shattering it. Isekai started as a fresh, imaginative genre with shows like Inuyasha and Log Horizon bringing new worlds to life. But over the years, it's been bogged down by cliche generic fantasy settings, self-insert protagonist, and no stakes. But now in 2025, Zenshu is here and it's flipping the script, so let's talk about it. But before we talk about anything, please guys, like, share, and subscribe, and oh yeah, join my new Discord channel. I am doing a giveaway right now in the Discord, and all you have to do to be entered into the giveaway is just join the server. But you need to hurry because it ends in just 4 days. Now that that is out of the way, let's talk about how Zenshu is saving Isekai. And let's start by talking about the decline of Isekai. Isekai began to experience a decline in popularity around 2018 to 2019. After its massive boom in the mid-2010s, and shows like Sword Art Online and ReZero helped bring the genre back into the mainstream. But by the time we reached 2018 to 2019, a lot of fans started to feel fatigued by the genre's over-reliance on certain tropes, such as overpowered protagonists, harem setups, and generic fantasy worlds. And honestly, the genre became way too predictable. A protagonist dies, usually by a truck, then they're reborn into a fantasy world with cheat-like powers, then cue the harem and the lack of real stakes. Even great shows like ReZero or Mushoku Tensei couldn't escape these tropes. Even though they may have added their own twist onto it, it still comes down to the same exact tropes. And a lot of you might be wondering what makes Zenshu so special and so different from other isekais. Well, for one, it has a unique premise. Instead of being a typical adventurer, the protagonist Natsuko is an anime director who gets pulled into her own favorite story. And number two, she doesn't have cheat level powers. She's only armed with her knowledge of anime storytelling. Natsuko's power is the ability to draw and temporarily bring her creations to life. Natsuko has a tool called a magical animator tool which allows her to summon a work desk and draw quickly. And that might sound a little overpowered, but it's not. It has a ton of limitations. For instance, her powers only work in dire situations and she can't draw the same thing twice. And also, she's very vulnerable while she's drawing. Her allies have to protect her until she's finished. And to top the cake, Natsuko passes out after each use. And lastly, and most importantly of them all, Zenshu is a love letter to the anime industry. It's blending fantasy with an insider's perspective, meaning in real life, anime directors and creators face the tough realities of tight deadlines, limited budgets, and the pressure to produce content quickly. And in the anime industry, animators are often overworked and underappreciated. And a lot of animators are burnt out and don't have the artistic freedom because they have to meet the deadline. And then the animators don't get to put in their heart and soul, and you end up with season 2 Blue Lock, which nobody liked besides the last 2 episodes. So yes, Zenshu is very much a love letter to anime creators, highlighting the creativity and passion involved in animation. But it also adds a layer of fantasy where the protagonist's artistic freedom is unbound. In contrast, real animators often find themselves confined by the industry standards, deadlines, and budgets. While real-life animators can push boundaries within those limits, Zenshu imagines a world where those boundaries don't exist, offering an intriguing but unrealistic version of what it could be like if an animator had full control over the story they were creating. And to top it all off, Mappa is the one animating Zenshu, and it looks absolutely beautiful. But is Zenshu the start of a new wave for isekai? Well, it's too early to say, but it proves one thing: the genre still has potential when creators dare to think outside the box. Well, what do you think? Is Zenshu the breath of fresh air you've been waiting for? If you are enjoying Zenshu as much as me, drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know what's your favorite isekai and do you think the genre can be saved? And don't forget to join my Discord in the link below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more hot takes and anime breakdowns.